Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy that you're here and that you clicked on today's video. I am back with an updated everyday makeup routine. Obviously, I try a lot of makeup out. I review makeup on my TikTok pretty much daily, so I am always filtering out the products that I use. Some of them have stayed and have been able to keep their place in my everyday makeup routine, but some of them have rotated out, so I thought it was time to do a little updated video and just show you guys my signature everyday glam look. Nice and in-depth, and 95% of these products I've been using for weeks, maybe even months, so I would recommend them with my whole chest. And of course, like always, every single product I show you guys will be linked down below. On my LTK, I always link every product that I ever show on like all my social media platforms, so if you're ever wondering, go to my description. I'm gonna have everything linked down there. Without further ado, let's hop into the makeup. I love a nice glowy and dewy fresh look, so you cannot have a dewy glowy look if you are not prepping your skin properly. I cannot stress that enough. You want to start off with a clean fresh face. Right now I have a clean dry face. I don't have any product on right now, and I'm gonna go in with just a nice light moisturizer that's just gonna bring a little bit more of that moisture back into your skin after you just washed it and kind of stripped it of its natural oils. So I've been obsessed with this Good Molecules lightweight daily moisturizer. I really love this because it's so lightweight and it honestly feels like you're wearing nothing, but it just makes you feel so much more refreshed, and it's perfect underneath makeup. Next, we're gonna go in with primer. There's 3 primers that I have been obsessing over. Number 1 is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum, the Crystal Elixir. This has been my favorite for so long. It just makes your skin so nice and supple and just ready for makeup. I've also been loving the Refi primer. This is their Glow and Sculpt face primer, and it has such a cool little applicator. You kind of just like roll it onto your face, but I'm literally like out of this because I used it so much. So we're just gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum, and I just kind of pop this all over my face and then rub it in. I will say the Refi primer and this Magic Serum are very similar. It's very fresh, moisturized, and just like dewy. So on the days that I don't use the Refi, I use the Charlotte Tilbury, and it kind of has like a similar effect to it. It almost kind of makes my face a little like sticky and like just prime. So usually that'll be it for priming for me, but I just got this One Size mattifying sweat proof primer from the Sephora sale, and I just figured this would be perfect to add into my routine every day since it is starting to get hotter out and I hate when I sweat off all my makeup. So I will just take literally like that much of the product, even probably less than that. I will just take this in my fingertips, kind of warm it up a bit, and I'm just gonna press it into my T-zone or the places that I get the most oily and I don't want my makeup to like separate. After priming, if I really want to make sure that my skin is gonna look super glowy at the end of this, I'll just go in with a little bit of a glowy serum cream type of product. I don't really know what you would call these. This is the Say Beauty Star Glow Glowy Super Gel. Affordable version of this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. This is so amazing. I love this. But for today, I think I'm gonna go in with the Say Beauty one. I will just put a little bit on my finger like that, not a lot at all. Kind of rub it in, and I'll just go over my cheekbones, underneath my brow bone a little bit, kind of bringing the glow back to my temples a little on the tip of the nose, and just a little by my chin. So basically all the places that you place highlighter at the end of your makeup, I kind of put it underneath my makeup as well with this glow serum. It's not really a necessary step of the makeup routine, but it's just something fun that I've been doing, and I feel like I really like the way it makes my makeup look at the end. We're going into the base, which is foundation slash skin tint. On a day-to-day basis, I am strictly wearing a skin tint. You guys know my holy grail skin tint is the Beauty Blender skin tint in the shade medium 2. This matches my self-tan perfectly. But for foundation, I've been obsessed with the YSL All Hours foundation. This has SPF 30 in it, so for the summer, this is like gonna be my go-to. Whenever I'm going out or I want a little bit of a, you know, more snatched look, this has been my literal holy grail. I love it. It makes my skin look amazing. I don't know which one to use today. I'm really not doing much, so I think I'm just gonna go in with my skin tint. They honestly have very similar finishes, and I think that that's why I like it so much. So we're just gonna go in with a little bit of this on the cheeks. I kind of just drop it right onto my face. I'm so sorry for the loud noises outside. There's just always noises. To blend this out, I'm gonna use this Makeup by Mario. I think this is the F1 brush. It's like the dual-sided foundation brush, and I'm gonna use the bigger side to just start buffing this into the skin and getting it evenly distributed, and then I'll go in with a beauty blender to really make it all seamless. Whether you're using a brush or a beauty blender, you want to make sure you're pressing the product into your skin and you're not dragging it. You want to make sure you're always pressing it and that your beauty blender is damp. You don't want to do it with a dry beauty blender. A damp beauty blender is going to make sure that product really gets into your skin and is seamless and almost looks like your skin and not like you have foundation on. So now that that's all blended out, you can already tell how nice and seamless it looks, and it literally just melted into my skin. It's super glowy and it has like really great coverage as well. So that's why I really love this skin tint. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. Moving on, I usually do cream contour next. My all-time favorite cream contour is the Rare Beauty in the shade Always Sunny. However, I did just get the Makeup by Mario contour stick as well. If I were to be comparing these two, I think Rare Beauty is always gonna take the cake for me. So if you're in between getting these two, Rare Beauty is definitely the way to go. It's so much more creamier. However, if you can tell by the shade differences that I have here, Rare Beauty is definitely warmer and the Makeup by Mario is a cooler tone. So what I like to do is I will use the Makeup by Mario first and just do very little of chiseling out the cheekbones, because if you didn't know, there's a difference between contouring and bronzing. And contouring should be cool tone because it almost will create like a natural shadow in your face, but then bronzing just brings back that warmth. So I'll kind of put down the Makeup by Mario first. I'm using this Patrick Ta contour brush. This is amazing. Getting in that little crevice and keeping the product just where you want it in the contour. Like, I don't know, this brush was really life-changing for me. So once that's pretty much blended out, then I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty and I'm going to take this brush. You could also just draw it on your face, but I've been trying to use the brush since I just got these brushes. Go in and just kind of bring that warmth back. And as you can see, I'm also dabbing the product kind of in the same place and just going back and forth. I'm not like smushing it around my face. I'm gonna just lightly tap it into the skin, and it's gonna make a much more seamless application. Like always, I do it on the cheekbones and on the temples / forehead. If you have trouble blending, you can also go back in with your beauty blender once more and just pat away to make sure that you really got everything. Here's what the skin is looking like after contour. And now it's time to conceal. My two favorite concealers of all time that just consistently keep winning are the Tarte and the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. So we got the Shape Tape and the Faux Filter. I love these two so much. Honestly, I kind of use both of them. So with the Shape Tape, I will just kind of go underneath my eyes in the corner and then on the outer corner and swoop it up like so on both sides. I also do a little bit on my upper lip, on my chin, and on my forehead in the middle of my eyebrows just to brighten up those areas, and I'll kind of let that sit for 2 seconds and then I'll just start blending it out with my beauty blender. The Shape Tape has just always been my favorite because it has such amazing coverage and the finish just looks so good. Like, I'm just obsessed with it. I always go back to it. And when you're blending, don't forget to just dab, don't rub, and keep the concealer wherever you placed it. And then with the Huda Beauty, sometimes I will just go over the inner corner just a little drop because this is super brightening. I'm in the shade Royal Icing with this. Since it's so light, it kind of brightens up those inner corners. And I'll let that sit for 2 seconds and then blend it out. As you can see, I'm looking so much brighter now. My eyes look so much brighter and it kind of just like brought my eyes up a little. And now I have really great dimension going on in the face. Everything is nice and blended. Concealing really just brings everything together. And now next up, before we set the face, we're gonna pop on some liquid blush. I'm obsessed with liquid blush. I have so many that I really love and I'm always trying new blushes, but two that I think are holy grails that would work for literally anybody that's watching this video is obviously Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty is probably #1. All of their shades are amazing. I have literally all their shades and I would recommend literally all of them. My favorites are Happy and Hope and Encourage. Happy is like a beautiful spring pink color, so that's what I'm going to use today. But I've recently gotten the Patrick Ta little cheek palette. It has a cream blush and a powder blush. So if you're somebody who kind of wants a 2-in-1 and you don't want to have a bunch of different products, this is so amazing to invest in because you have the cream up top. It has like a little bit of a cover for it and then the powder at the bottom, and they go together so well. And I just started using this and I really love it. So I think I'm gonna do Happy on one cheek and this on the other because they're very similar, so I don't think it'll be too noticeable. Look how pigmented that is. Like, it's amazing. You can literally apply it with your fingertips or with a brush. I'll just pick up some of this product. This is the Putty Blush Brush from e.l.f. and I will just really get that soaked up with the product. And now I'll just kind of stipple this onto my cheek. It's literally so pigmented and beautiful. And I will just keep stippling this kind of in the same area. You don't want to like drag it everywhere. You just want to keep it on the high points of your cheekbone and just kind of drag it up just like that. And if you think that it's a little too pigmented, it's okay. All you need to do is just go back over with your foundation brush and just dab it over top, and it kind of tones it down a little bit, as you can see. And on this side, we'll do Rare Beauty and Happy. This stuff you literally need 1 to 2 dots and you're good to go. It's super pigmented and they blend out literally like a dream. I'm obsessed with them. And now it's time to set the face. I hate when my lips have no color, so I'm gonna put a little liner on them first. To set the face, I like to use a translucent powder. My favorite of all time is the Huda Beauty in Pound Cake. I have gotten this so long ago and I still have so much left of it. Like, I don't know why it's never ending. Like, this is such a great powder. I'm gonna take this little Beauty Blender powder puff, get a bunch of powder on there, and just press that underneath my eyes. And then with what's ever left on the puff, I'm gonna just press down in the center of my forehead like this, and it's just gonna get that shine out of there that you don't want. And I'll also go around my mouth, get all of those creases set into place like so. Now you can leave this powder baking for as long as you want, but I don't typically like to bake for that long, so I'll just take a little fluffy brush. This is the Mario F2 brush, and I'm just gonna wipe away that powder, making sure everything is set into place. So now, as you can see, everything is just super even and smooth. Now we're gonna go in with some powdered bronzer and powdered blush to set the creams that you put down. And this doesn't have to be like too much, but just a light dusting to really bring back the color and the definition. So for bronzer, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in shade 3. I'm gonna lightly go over my contour with this. Just like that. It kind of just adds a little bit more of that warmth back. And now I will go in with some blush. My favorite blush at the moment is this Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush in the shade Candy Cloud. And I like to apply my blush with this Sephora 55 brush. It's kind of like a tiny little fluffy brush, and I'm gonna just pat this on my cheekbones. I also really like the powdered blush from the Patrick Ta little palette, but this blush has a chokehold on me and I just love it so much, so I want to use it. So beautiful. And this formula is supposed to be like blurring or something. For highlighter, I love the Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten. This is just probably the best highlighter I've tried so far. You could literally apply it with your fingers. Like, that's what I do most of the time. And I love to pop a little bit of this on the tip of my nose and kind of blend it out. Super cute. And then also just on my cheekbones again. Like, look at how easy this blends out, literally just with my finger. So beautiful. So that is the complexion pretty much done. As you can see, it's super glowy, but not too glowy. You still look nice and satin looking. And now it's time for the eyes. So you guys know I don't really do eyeshadow. I literally don't do anything crazy, especially in the summertime. For the crease, I love using my bronzer and just a big fluffy brush and just kind of going in my crease and warming that up, giving it at least a little bit of dimension, literally just going in a back and forth motion on the lid, swooping it upwards towards the end of my eyebrow. So I like having like a cat eye swooped up kind of look, and it kind of just like gives you a little facelift, if you know what I mean. And then once I've done that, I will either leave it, or if I want to add some shimmer, I'll just go in with a little highlighter. And I actually just got this highlighter stick from the brand Dibs. And I'll just put this highlighter stick in the shade High Road Highlighter on my finger, and I'll kind of just put this on my lid. Honestly, it kind of gives that like wet look, but like it's super subtle and just like shimmery. Now lastly, of course, I'm gonna do my little winged eyeliner with eyeshadow. So I just literally take any brown eyeshadow. I've been using the same palette for so long. This is a Buxom Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and I literally just mix together the dark brown and the little black, and I just kind of go back and forth getting a nice equal color. And I just take this tiny little angled brush, and I'm just gonna start from the outer corner of my eye and flick it upwards towards the end of my eyebrow. When you flick it upwards, it honestly just like makes a sharp line without you even having to put much effort in. And then I'm gonna connect that line to kind of like the third of my eyelid, and that's literally it. Like, that's all I do for the wing. And like, look how easy and simple that was. And I'll just do the same thing on the other side, and those are the eyes. Ready for mascara. This is the Tweezerman eyelash curler. For mascara, my favorite has been the YSL Lash Clash mascara. I know a lot of people don't really like splurging on mascaras, and I totally get that. I was like that for so long. So you do not have to get a expensive mascara. Literally, drugstore mascaras are amazing. L'Oreal mascaras are to die for. So if you need a good drugstore, just literally any L'Oreal mascara is so good. But my favorites are obviously the Lash Paradise and the Telescopic Lift. So I'm just gonna do one on one eye and one on the other, just to show you guys that you literally don't need a expensive one. Even though if you did want to splurge and get an expensive one, the YSL Lash Clash is amazing. I love it so much. Okay, there you go for the mascara. And last step, but certainly not least, is the lip. So I'm gonna show you guys a new little lip combo that I've been trying out recently. First, we're gonna start out with the Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk Medium 2. And I'm just gonna kind of line my lips with this. And then I'm gonna take the NYX liner in the shade Los Angeles, and I'm gonna kind of go over that, just like that. And I'm gonna like kind of blend it out a little bit. And now I will typically use either one of these lipsticks. This is the Lipstick Balms from YSL. This is the shade 162. It's my favorite shade ever. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. Or this L'Oreal lipstick in the shade 799. This is more of like a caramel shimmery shade. Last but not least, I'm gonna go in with the Refi Clear Lip Gloss over top. I love the metal tip applicator, and I just love this gloss. Like, it really is so good. I'm not kidding. And there you have it. This is the completed everyday makeup look, and I'm gonna set it with a little setting spray. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Give myself a little spritz. Let that sink in. There you go. That is my in-depth everyday makeup tutorial. This is like what I do on the daily. These are the products that I'm always going back to. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, every single product will be linked down below for you guys to go and shop them if you would like. So yeah, here's a little up close. Super dewy, glowy, not at all cakey. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below anything you want, any type of video that you want me to do, because I will certainly do it. We are honestly getting so close to 200K, and I am baffled by that. I can't even believe it. So if you want to go hit that subscribe button, it would really mean a lot to me. I do so many fun vlogs, makeup videos, fashion videos, lifestyle. We kind of just hang out and vibe together on this channel. So if you want to join along, hit that subscribe button. I post twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. And yeah, it would mean so much to me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!